The Navy is essentially gone and never did have an Air Force. But their major weapon systems, the ballistic missile is the focus. That's their major conventional system. It can do the most harm because of the lethality of it. They have considerably more drones, but they're not as lethal. And the fact that we've got the drones now down to, they can only at 73% retaliation, we reduced them that much. The drone penetration is around 10%, which is what the ballistic missile penetration is. And you can see out there that the casualties are very light. We know full well what Iran had planned. They had learned a lot of things, Dana, from a 12-day war. And from day one, they were expecting to unleash massive retaliation on a strike at Israel and our U.S. bases with missiles and with drones. And they were not even able to do that. Remember, on the first day, the report out of the Central Command and the Israelis was a much more weakened response than what they had anticipated. And that had to do with disrupting the chain of command and also us attacking so heavily on that first day against those very targets to reduce their capability to literally to return fire. So we're really on a very good pace here. The Israelis are moving to another phase of the operation. We're going to continue taking away the weapons, and you see us doing that, ballistic missiles, drones, the Navy, and we're also going to systematically take, if you're manufacturing a weapon system in Iran, that's a target. And we're going to take down all of those targets. We don't want them to have anything left at the end, not only in terms of the things that they have on hand to fire, but so they cannot manufacture anything. What the Israelis are going to do, they're going to still focus on some of those targets, but their primary focus is going to be on what? It's the organization. They want to set the conditions for a regime collapse, and that is going to begin in earnest. But systematically, they're going to strip away what? The IRGC and its capabilities. That's the people, the organization, the facilities, the infrastructure that supports it. In other words, the networks, the technology, the communication systems, all of it. The same thing with Basel militia, who repress the people. The same thing with intelligence and security forces, who repress the people. The same thing with the police infrastructure that repress the people. Over 1,000 munitions have been hit into Tehran in the last couple of days in doing that, and hundreds more are coming in the next 24 hours. But it's going out to all of the provinces as well, because in those provinces, as we have seen, those protest movements, when they moved into those other cities, there were security forces and police infrastructure that came out on the streets and mowed those people down. Those security forces and infrastructure are going to be stripped away. This is a systematic reduction of the entire infrastructure that does what? It sustains the regime. In other words, at the end of the day, this regime will not have much left to be able to govern or be able to repress its people. That's the intent here.